Hello, hello. It is Sandy Hannum, and it's time for another installment about crushing your beliefs and actually crushing your negative self-beliefs, right? We want to keep those empowering ones. So this week we have been talking about ways that we can really think about crushing our beliefs and those limiting beliefs. And sometimes, here's the thing, is that they're not even necessarily hard to crush, but they're hard to find. Sometimes they're really, really hard to find. And so today we're going to think about limiting belief number 4, which is my past will always negatively influence my future. A little bit about kind of like yesterday's, except different, right? So yesterday we talked about how our failures don't keep us from succeeding. And in fact, they might actually do us a favor in helping us move forward, because failures do bring us closer to success. And so tonight we're going to talk about the past negatively influencing the future, and it really is a concept that's kind of tied together. But what happens in your past doesn't predict your future. If you think that your past does, then this self-limiting belief will really be damaging for you. It's the assumption that past events kind of will influence later events in a negative way. And you might be thinking that the past might hold too much sway, or it might have too much hold on the future. Maybe you've made mistakes in the past and you're convinced that they're going to keep you from achieving success. Or maybe you've tried things in the past and that things simply haven't worked out. Maybe you don't have a good track record in a particular area. But that limiting self-belief about your past is holding your future hostage. You believe that your past actions restrict your future options, or that your past efforts will hamper them. And so you don't feel maybe like you can try something new, or you feel like your past might be holding you back. But what it's really doing is holding you back from your true potential. It's really standing in the way of your success and being who you can be. So how are we going to rewrite that limiting belief? Well, we can say the limiting belief is, my past will always keep me from the future. And so here's a limiting belief, or an empowering belief. My past can't determine what I can do in the future. My past is one of my greatest assets. Lessons from the past make me wiser and stronger. I can't avoid present mistakes by looking in the past. I can learn from my past and adapt and change and grow. So in order for us to really think about that limiting belief and to rewrite it, it's really crucial for you to understand that your past actions don't have to have a bearing on your future. Now, that's not to say that your past doesn't matter, but your past can't determine what you do or don't achieve in the future. And so when we're thinking about the past and how it can affect our future, I want you to really think about that limiting belief. Your past can't determine what you do or don't achieve in the future. So failures in the past, just like we talked about yesterday, failures in the past don't automatically mean failures in the future. It might mean that we learned a really valuable lesson and we're not doing that again, right? And also, struggle in the past doesn't automatically mean struggle in the future. In fact, I would say that your past is one of your greatest assets. You learn lessons from your past, things that make you wiser, things that make you more resilient. You have more knowledge, you have more skills, you have more experience as you're going through life. What happens is you can avoid the mistakes that you made in the past and be much more successful in the future. In some ways, it's true that our past influences our future, but it can also influence in like really positive ways, because our pasts, your past, allow you to adapt, to change, to grow, to become more effective in how you handle life and how you handle situations. And so I would say that today is a really good day to put that self-limiting belief to rest. So here are some action steps. So today I want you to identify any areas of your past that you feel might negatively affect your future. Just think about that. And ask yourself, how do these elements actually help me as I move forward into the future? And then I want you to write down every advantage that gives you. What happens is your brain, most of our limiting beliefs live in our subconscious. And so we might not even be aware of them. And many of them might have happened when we were very young. I shared a story with you about that at the beginning of the week. So we might not even know that we believe that, but our subconscious certainly does. And so it's really important that you tell your subconscious a new story. Our subconscious can't decide what's real and what we're making up in our head. It doesn't know the difference. Our subconscious doesn't have a sense of humor, doesn't know right from wrong. Our subconscious just believes what we tell it. And so we have to tell it really powerful, truthful things about us. You can't have self-limiting beliefs that your subconscious is going to believe. And so what happens is when you tell your subconscious something, again, we talked about this yesterday, it's going to go out into the world and look for evidence that you're right. Because above anything else, our subconscious wants us to be right. It wants us to be safe. And so when you say, what I used to say was, I'm so stupid, I can't believe you did that. So my subconscious would go out into the world and look for evidence of me being stupid. Thank goodness I squashed that limiting belief. But so if you tell yourself that your past is going to negatively affect your future, your subconscious is going to go out into the world and look for evidence of that. If you tell yourself, my past is powerful and it has made me wiser, it has made me stronger, I have more knowledge, I have more skills, it's going to go out into the world and look for evidence that that's true. So I want you to write down any areas of your past that you think might negatively influence your future, and ask yourself, how will those really help me move forward? And then write down every advantage that you can think of. Now here's an affirmation for tonight. And remember, an affirmation is a saying said in present tense. And that actually helps your subconscious to start to kind of forge a new path in your brain. You start to forge a new path. I adapt, change, and evolve in positive ways because of my past. I am becoming a wiser person because of my past. I know that the future holds many good things for me. So that's your affirmation for tonight. And We will take a couple of days off. You can catch up if you need to catch up. For me, I'm doing this live on Friday night, so I will be back with you on Monday. But looking to Monday, you'll be happy to learn that that you have everything that you need to achieve your biggest goals and your biggest dreams. You have all the resources. You have everything in you already that you need. And so I look forward to sharing that with you on Monday. Everybody have a wonderful evening.